I'm saying he got knocked out. You know what? Whether he look all right, so he got knocked out. So we got to address this. So being that it was too late, I didn't call the coach. I emailed him because we had a pretty tight bond. Well, I could have called him, but it was pretty late. I ain't want to be disrespectful. So I emailed him, and then I shot him a text and told him to read the email. And the email was simple. You know what I'm saying? I was just only addressing uh, what Eric had told me. So the next morning when I woke up, I saw that he indeed had read the email. Uh, he emailed me back and said that he would address the coaching staff about my concerns, and he would address the particular coach about what Eric had said transpired on the field. Um, Later that afternoon, the coach called me and he told me that he had indeed addressed the situation. Now he didn't say anything about Eric playing in the game or whatnot. He told me he'd keep an eye on Eric. Now I'm not a doctor. I'm a dad. You know what I'm saying? If you say he's fine, he's fine. If he say he's fine, I kind of take that with a grain of salt. But for the most part, you know, I take your word. Uh, so that day on the 28th, the day that he got back to me, uh, I was on my way back to Atlanta. At this particular time, I was team driving with a good friend of mine. Actually, he's like my brother. Uh, like we super close. Uh, and we hightailed it back to Atlanta because our route was Atlanta to the Dells, Oregon, the Dells, Oregon to Weeds, California, Weeds, California to Southern California, the LA area back to Atlanta. So we hot-tailing it back to Atlanta so we can pick this load up and head on out. Cause this week, man, we putting in some miles. Put it like that. Hey, so we get back to Atlanta, the air compressor on the truck goes out. And I'm not about to drive way to California with no AC. I'm not about to even drive to California and stop along the way and get the AC fixed. That's just not gonna happen. It's too hot. Uh, so I'm thinking, I'm calling the company like, bro, y'all gotta put us in the rental truck. And so, but Will, on the other hand, he like, man, chill out, bro. Like, you don't know why God got you sitting down, man. Like, it's a reason God got you sitting down. And I'm like, man, God ain't got nothing to do with this, bro. Like, that's that's 2,000 some miles, man, that we missing, my brother. That's a lot of money. I don't think God want me to miss that bread like that, bro. Saying that I'm the sole breadwinner, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think God want me to miss that money. He was like, man, just be cool, man. Like, you don't know. So long story short, we put the truck in the shop. We ain't go nowhere. So I called my wife and I tell her that that I'm going to the game, right? So now she amped up because her husband's staying. Like, and she my best friend, like literally my best friend. So she was excited that I was staying. Uh, yeah, she was excited that I was staying. But I told her don't tell the kids. I want to surprise them because it's like when they see me up in the stand, uh, they go extra hard. Uh, so Uber come pick us up, and the Uber dropped me off at the Walmart in Stockbridge. And so my brother was gonna keep going because he parked his car at my house. And what he did, he would park at my house, and then we would take off from there. So when we pull off, when my wife and I pull off, like immediately, it's like We didn't even get out of the parking lot. We get a phone call.